Shalom.
Shalom.
Want to give all praises to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Barashim Kadash, double honors the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. A sanitation to the elect, that push the truth in the full current in the by ways. We're going to do a short breakdown it's concerning heritage. Because a lot of people do not understand what the meaning of heritage.
Fine.
Because a lot today we ask people what is heritage. They do not know what is that.
Yep.
So we gonna break down the fine.
Fine.
First precept is Jeremiah chapter 14, no, chapter 17 and verse 4. And thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thy heritage. And when we check the word heritage, it was talking about the law and commandment and statute and stuff like that.
Fine.
And when we go in dictionary, we can see what the meaning of heritage and all too.
Fine. Yeah. One definition of heritage, it says practices that are handed down from the past by tradition.
See, practices that are done by the path of tradition. There's not something where you could go and inherit just like that, or go about other places and say your heritage is Guyanese or Trinidadian and stuff like that. Like how you over send out a person in Guyana, go in Trinidad and make children over there. They'll say the children will be Trinidadian. They'll call their heritage, but it's totally wrong. But time of practices got handed down. You say anyway where you go the same practice where your foreparents and you down, that is your heritage, and you must like give it this heritage.
Yeah. To get a precept back there. Yeah, the precept is Sirach chapter 17 and verse 11, right? It says beside this, he gave them, and who's he speaking about? Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, right? Give them knowledge, who's them? Israel, right? Knowledge and the law of life for an inheritance.
Yeah, a law of life for inheritance, you see? Knowledge and the law of life in inheritance, you see?
Yeah, and the definition is definition 1 is practices that are handed down from past by tradition.
See, passed by tradition and the down, and we better just read it. This passed on to us to generation to generation.
The laws. Yeah, second definition, it says any attribute or immaterial possession that is inherited from ancestors.
So you say for ancestors. The most I give you this thing for ancestors, for since from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Definition 3, it says law.
Well, it's like you let post precept so.
Oh,
This Psalms chapter 1.
135.
No, I want to. Psalms 1:5.
Oh, God.
Psalms chapter 1:7 and verse 19. He showed his word unto Jacob, his statute and his judgment unto Israel.
That's right.
He had not dealt with any other nation. He and as for his judgment, they have not known them.
That's right.
So you see, he gave Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob this heritage, this law, statute, judgment, and commandment. He wasn't given to no other nation.
That's right, Doc. Definition 3 of heritage, it says law, that which is inherited.
Yeah, law, that which is inherited. So you see, when you read Sirach, you read Sirach.
Yeah, I read Sirach already, but that was back to the precept that you read earlier. The Psalms 146. Because he said it's a law, and he said he didn't deal so with no other nation. Right? Yeah. It says a title, property, or estate that passes by law to the heir on the death of the owner, right? But when it says a title, right, or property or estate, which go back to the land, right? You could get Psalms 135 and verse 12.
One 35.
And verse 12.
Psalm chapter 135 and verse 12.
Yeah, and it reads, right?
Yeah, Psalm 135 verse 12.
Yeah, you want to read it?
And give their land for an inheritance unto Israel, its people.
You can.
So you see what the Most High give the land to an inheritance of his people.
Can. And a heritage also, it
Can,
says, right?
a heritage, yes, like heritage.
And the next precept, Psalm 136 and verse 21, right? It says, and give their land for an heritage, for his mercy endureth forever.
Yeah, for his mercy endures forever.
Right? It's continuing 22. Even an heritage unto Israel.
Yeah, even heritage unto Israel,
Right.
no other nation.
Can. So the Most High did it for Israel, and no other nation.
It just Israel gave that heritage, the law, statute, judgment, commandment, because when you go to Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 5, you're going to see who the Most High giving it to.
Can.
Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 5, behold, I have teach you statutes and judgment, even as Yahweh my power command me, that ye should do so in the land where ye go to possess it. In any land where we go, you must still carry on the tradition, meaning heritage we gonna be going with and doing it.
Can.
For 6, keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding. So you see, this is your wisdom understanding in the sight of the nation, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is wise and understanding people. So you see, Most High give this heritage, mean this wisdom understanding for be wise and be wise amongst all nations.
Can. Yeah, and who he gave it to? He gave it to his heirs, right? He gave it to his firstborn,
Can.
And we gonna see who's the firstborn.
Can.
Exodus chapter 4, right? Exodus 4 and verse 22, right? And it reads, and thou shalt say unto Pharaoh, thus saith Yahweh, Israel is my son, even my firstborn. So you see, he gave all these things unto his firstborn. He gave the laws, right? He gave the law, statutes, and judgments unto his firstborn. He gave the land even unto his firstborn. He never dealt so with no other nation. Only Israel. So Israel is the one who holds the possession of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. No other nation. Yeah, that's their heritage, right? Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 1, right? It reads, for the Lord will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land. Well, basically that is it.
So you see, Most High set them in their own land.
Their own possession, their own inheritance, their own heritage. Why? Because the men of Israel is his firstborn, right? The men of Israel got the law, statutes, and commandments, which is a heritage that passed down from the Most High.
And even so, the Most High give us the land. And now too, that's why a possession passed down in mean heritage.
Khan, that's right, huh? That's right. Yeah, very good.
So hopefully this lesson was edifying.
Ah,
The sensory acumen and aquat, sensory aquat.
yeah.
And this is brother Partam.
And the brother Iwab.
So we're going to close off here, sir. We want to give our praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Kakadash, the Lawrence of Elders and Apostles, written in stone, and sanitation to elect, the apostle truth in the four kind of by ways. Shalom.
Shalom.